Okay, today's topic is going to be semen retention pushes you to the limit. Let's talk about it. How does this practice push you to the limits? Well, it's quite simple. You're able to see how far that you're willing to go to achieve the things that you need to achieve. How far? And the basic measurement that a lot of us use is days. But I argue that it's not about counting the days, but making the days count. That's what it's all about. You know, it's not just about sitting around gathering this energy. It's about gathering this energy and doing something with it. Making your life the way that you want to make it. Living the way that you want to live. Being the person that you want to be. And achieving the things that you want. Having the things that you want. You go instantly from survival mode into creator mode. And you're able to do this because of the energy. Energy is everything. E equals mc squared. Energy equals matter times the speed of light. That's what energy is. So as the game god Goldie mentioned, he said, your energy is the most valuable thing that you have, even more than time. Because if you got time but you ain't got no energy, then you ain't gonna make nothing out of your time. But if you don't got time but you got energy, whatever you're doing, you're gonna be able to do it to the best of your ability, even without time. So now imagine you have energy and time. Now you have the blueprint for an empty canvas to create something that is worth your while. You push yourself to the max. You push yourself to the limits. You see how far that you're willing to go. Until what? Until you stop. And in this case of this practice, until you bust. And it ain't about getting to that point. It's about having a steady flow of energy so that you're able to expend as much as you can without having to redline the engine, without the engine blowing up. Do not overstimulate yourself. Even though you may think that you have this on lock, you have to understand your own boundaries. You have to understand who you are and what your triggers are. It's these things, it's these sensitivities that will allow you to push yourself to the limit. And when you push yourself to the limit, you're able to be the best version of yourself. And the best version of yourself is doing the things that you want to be doing right now. Just have to be mindful about what you really want in this life. Do you want things to be easy? Or do you want to strive for greatness? It's in this striving that you truly find yourself and understand who and what you are. I know in my journey, I quickly find out that I'm not who I thought I was. That's for sure. But as the great Socrates is saying, all knowledge starts from self. The beginning of all knowledge starts with knowing yourself, knowing thyself. That's not where it ends, but in order for you to know anyone else, you got to know yourself first. In order to be yourself, you need to know yourself. That's from Game God. So it's important that you find out who you are. Because it's in this finding out of who you are that you will begin to truly appreciate not only yourself, but other people as well. You come to a greater understanding that Everybody has their reasons, regardless of what it is. You stop taking things personal, because you got to understand that if you're person A and person B does you wrong, shit, person B would have done person C the same way had person C been in the position of person A. So it's not personal. And that will allow you to have a better hold on your emotions when dealing with relationships amongst other people. And once you are able to separate your emotions from your relationships, it makes you able to make decisions with a much clearer mind. When you make decisions with a much clearer mind, you're able to have better results with whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. It's called EQ, emotional quotients. Quotient, I believe. All of these things are just to reach the top. I don't know about you, but I want to be my best. I want to be my very best. I want to dress the best. I want to act my best. I want to be my best. I want to see myself in a good light. I want to be proud. I want to say to myself, you did a good job, Zerx. You did a good job. And I think on some level, I think we all want to do that. I think we all want to have positive mindsets about ourselves. But the problem is a lot of people don't even know who they are. And so that's why they cling on to people who do. They cling on to people who know who they are. And if you know who you are, you're probably doing a really good job. And I gotta say, I'm proud of you. It takes a lot to admit just the simple fact that, damn, I really don't know who I am. Damn, I really don't know what I want. Damn, I don't even know. I don't even know who or what I am. And it takes a lot because at that point, you're breaking from society. You're breaking off from society because society will try to mold you into whatever they see fit, whatever it sees fit. And so you're going to be contorted and twisted up into this thing that you don't even know what you are. And you're going to wake up one day dissatisfied with your life. And then you're going to come to these questions of, who am I? What do I want? What kind of life do I want to live? And that brings you to this journey. You realize that you were giving away your energy left and right. You weren't leaving nothing for yourself. And this caused a massive energy leakage. Everything that you're gaining, you're losing simultaneously. And so you're stagnant, you're stuck. But then you reach a tipping point where you have exhausted more than half of your life force. And now you're on the decline. The beautiful thing about this practice is it doesn't matter where you are in life, you can get better as long as you start. Even if your life force is on the decline, you can still preserve whatever it is that you have left and increase the quality of your life by tenfold and then some. It's amazing to be one with the Creator. It's amazing to have purpose. It's amazing to look at life with a deep sense of reverence, with a deep sense of respect, because you understand that this is all an elaborate design. And even if it wasn't, even if all of this was an accident, you still got to be a part of it. And you're not looking at it with a negative aspect, but instead you're looking at it at a positive aspect, because you were lucky enough to have this gift of life. And yes, it is a gift if you so desire it to be. It all comes down to you and what you want. Do you want to focus on the negativities, or do you want to focus on the positivity? You got to understand that in this life, your focus is the bringer of life. whatever you decide to focus on is what you're going to bring to life. When you're on the road and you see a tree on the sidewalk, do you look at the tree and say to yourself, well, I'm not going to hit that tree? Or do you instead glance at the tree, glance back at the road, and look where you're headed? Because where you're headed is more important than where you're not going to be headed. Watching where you step is more important than watching where you don't want to step. Yes, it's important to be aware of that which you want to avoid. But there's a difference between being aware and focusing. So if you're on this journey, focus. If you're struggling, focus. What do you want? It's a very vital and critical question that everyone must answer. If you're feeling down on yourself even on this journey, if you're having doubts even on this journey, just ask yourself, what do I want? And go from there. If you have to research how to get there, you can do it. You have the energy. You just have to be very clear. You have to have clarity. What do I want? It's that simple. And take small steps. This thing ain't about getting from A to B in one foul swoop. It's about taking one tiny step at a time, putting one foot in front of the other. Keep on going, keep on flowing, and keep on showing up for yourself. Because you're gonna be the only one that can help. Make sure that everything that you're working for is felt. Telling you guys, this is the way, this is the life. We are going to make it, baby. We are going to the moon and back. Everything that we want is already ours. It's just about realizing it. Understanding that you hold the power. Understanding that everything that you want is already within inside of you. You just have to tap in and reach with all of your might, with all of your desire, with everything that you got. Because understand, it ain't gonna get done any other way. You can't half-ass your way to greatness. You can't half-ass your way to success. You have to go all in. You have to really want it. And it's okay. Sometimes you're gonna realize, dang, the things that I thought that I wanted, I don't actually want. And that's all right. You don't have to judge yourself. You don't have to think to yourself, oh, I'm letting myself down, because really you're not. You're being realistic. And in being realistic, you'll be able to achieve the things that you want to achieve, and then shoot for the stars after that. Everything starts with gaining this confidence, gaining this momentum, if you will, and running with it. Get the ball rolling and keep going. This ain't just about it's not just about holding in your essence. It's about becoming the man that you want to be and being the man that you want to be. And when you do that, there is no end. Not until the day that you go. Because a man has principles. A man has a code. A man has things that he lives by. Until the very end. And that's what masculinity is. So I'm just gonna enjoy the rest of my walk. Just wanted to make that little content for you. Hope you appreciated it. I hope you found some sort of value in it. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. You know what to do. And until next time, this is Teach Yourself How to Love. Or Teach Yourself to Love. That's the one. We'll see ya. Peace.